If the quantity 5x minus 2 squared minus the quantity x minus 3 squared is 3 is written in the form ax squared minus 7x plus b equals 0, find the value of a plus b. Assume that a and b are integers. Now, before we do that, we need to talk about what this value equals. 3x minus 4, the quantity squared. Every single year, every single time, including the one time I was able to do this problem in class, I got this as an answer. Look at it. Do you see what happened here? They squared the 3x and they squared the negative 4. This is horribly wrong, but it is so common that it gets done this way that it has a name. This is called the freshman dream, because you cannot distribute a squared over a subtraction, over a binomial or a trinomial or whatever. You can't distribute a squared like it's a 2 out in front. That's bad. And the reason being is because what this actually equals is 3x minus 4 times 3x minus 4. And if you use the distributive property, you're going to get 9x squared. Then you're going to get 2 negative 12x's. And they come from the 3x times the negative 4 happening twice, each one where you're doing it. And then you're going to get plus 16. And so when you combine the like terms, you get 9x squared minus 24x plus 16. That's the correct answer. So remember, this is very important. And I make a big deal out of it in class. Whoever volunteers, I kind of make a point out of the fact that it was wrong. And I make a big fuss. And I make a big fuss not to try to make fun of anyone or make someone feel bad. I'm trying to get your attention. This is one of those unforgivable mistakes. Like, you cannot do this. And a few years from now, if you walk into a pre-calc class and you commit the freshman dream, you don't really belong in that class. You're not understanding the material well enough to be there. So you've got to make sure and not make that mistake. Okay, so now we can move on to actually doing the work. So we've got these two separate ones. And now again, remember, don't do the freshman dream. If you multiply this out, you're going to get 25x squared. And then you're going to get 2 from 5x times negative 2 once, and then happens again. You're going to get 2 negative 10s. So you're going to get negative 20x, and then you're going to have a plus 4. Now, from that, you're going to subtract. Now, I'm going to put a parentheses here, because that parentheses, technically, if you want, you can put them around both sets, but you really don't need them around the front one, but if that helps a little bit. Okay, so I've got this. Now, I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to get x squared. Then I'm going to have 2 negative 3x's, so that's negative 6x, and then I'm going to add 9. And that's going to still equal 3. Now I'm going to take this negative. It's going to become a positive, and I'm going to distribute the negative 1. So that's going to become a negative. That's going to become a positive, and that's going to become a negative because I'm distributing a negative 1. So now when I combine like terms, I'm going to get 24x squared, then I'm going to get negative 14x, and then I'm going to get minus 5 equals 3. Now, if you look at how they wanted it finished, notice it says equals 0. This says equals 3. This 3 can't be here. So I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides, which will make this an 8 and this a 0. Now, we're back to the thing I said about factoring. Whenever you're going to factor, and they're not asking us to factor, but it's part of it, is you remove any common factors. Well, notice all 3 of these numbers are divisible by 2. So I'm going to divide the entire equation on both sides by 2. And that gets rid of, the excess value in there. It reduces it in a sense. So now I'm here, and now look here. That's the form I wanted. So A is 12, A is right there. B is negative 4, that's right there. So 12 plus negative 4, the answer to this question is 8. Don't do the freshman dream.